Why are armies trembling today? What shocking decision did HYBE finally announce? And why did Jungkook break his silence now? Fans are on edge as the truth unravels. Comment your thoughts, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more. Breaking updates straight from the heart of BTS. The silence was deafening. For weeks, maybe even months, the world watched in suspense as whispers circulated through fan forums. Vague hints appeared in live streams, and cryptic messages stirred an ocean of theories. But today, all speculation was shattered. The moment every army had dreaded, or perhaps hoped for in secret, finally arrived. Jungkook, the golden maknae of BTS, has spoken, and what he confirmed has sent an emotional shockwave through the entire fandom. It began with a look. That unreadable expression on Jungkook's face during a late-night live stream, his eyes flickering with hesitation. His lips parted, but holding back the words fans were dying to hear. Why was he so quiet lately? Why was HYBE so cautious in its statements? Why were official schedules suddenly empty or filled with vague placeholders? Armies, as always, noticed everything. Then came the drop. A live session unlike any other. Jungkook didn't sing, he didn't dance. He didn't smile the way he usually did. Instead, he looked into the camera and said words that will be etched into army memory forever. I have something to tell you, and I want you to hear it from me first. What followed left millions breathless. HYBE had made a decision, a controversial one, a massive one, and Jungkook had chosen to confirm it personally. The room grew quiet. Hearts raced. Eyes widened. Was it about his solo career? Was it about the future of BTS? Was it a goodbye? Or a new beginning? He paused, visibly emotional, voice slightly trembling but determined. The truth was finally coming out. No one expected the next words. No one was prepared for the tremor it would cause. Jungkook confirmed that HYBE had indeed finalized a decision that had been brewing in silence for some time, a move that would directly affect not just him, but the course of BTS as a whole. While he didn't reveal every exact detail, what he did say was enough to ignite a firestorm across the fandom. He acknowledged there had been long and intense discussions, battles between heart and strategy, and moments when even he wasn't sure what direction they would take. But now, the die has been cast. Tears welled up in his eyes. His voice cracked, but he didn't hold back. It's not easy to say this, he admitted, because I know how much you all care. I care just as much. But I believe you deserve to know the truth. There was no script, no PR polish, just raw, unfiltered emotion. Armies across the globe watched with hands over their mouths, some whispering no as if trying to reverse what was unfolding. He spoke about dreams, about change, about promises made and the weight of expectations. He reassured fans that this wasn't a betrayal. It wasn't abandonment. It was evolution. Nothing stays the same forever, he said quietly. But what stays true is our bond. Those words hung heavy in the air, full of heartbreak and hope all at once. Fans immediately flooded social media. Some cried. Some raged. Others remained silent, too stunned to process. What does this mean for BTS? Will Jungkook pursue a different path from the group? Is HYBE separating the members for good? Was this the beginning of an era? Or the end of one? The lack of clear answers only deepened the mystery and the tension. But one thing was clear. Jungkook had made a choice to trust ARMY with the truth, no matter how hard it was to share. That choice, that vulnerability, spoke volumes. He ended the stream with a heavy sigh, eyes lowered, as if bracing himself for the impact. I hope you'll still walk with me, he whispered, even if the road looks different from before. And then the screen went dark. The aftermath was instant and explosive. Hashtags trended globally within seconds. Jungkook We Trust was flooded with messages of support and confusion alike. Some begged for clarification, others begged for assurance, and many simply expressed love, reminding him that no decision could ever erase the years they've shared. But as the dust settles, questions hang in the air like thunderclouds. What exactly did HYBE decide? Is this a step toward a permanent solo transition? A new subunit? A rebranding of the group? Or something entirely unexpected? Why did Jungkook seem so conflicted yet resolute? What does this mean for upcoming tours, albums, or possible reunions? Speculations are endless, but emotions are undeniable. Jungkook's decision to be the one to break the silence has drawn admiration from even the most skeptical corners of the fandom. It was brave. It was risky, but it was also deeply human. Because beneath the fame, the artistry, and the polished performances, he's still John Jungkook, a young man, navigating immense pressure and impossible choices in front of the world. Now all eyes are on HYBE. Fans demand transparency. They want answers. They want confirmation of what lies ahead. But perhaps the biggest question isn't about what HYBE did, but why Jungkook had to be the one to say it first. Was he protecting something? Or someone? Was there disagreement behind closed doors? As armies replay every second of the live stream, searching for hidden meanings in his tone, his pauses, his eyes, one thing becomes clear. This is more than just a career update. It's a moment of transformation, a pivotal shift in the story of BTS, and the man who has often stood at its emotional core. So what happens now? Only time will tell. But the world is watching, Army is listening, and Jungkook has spoken. Tell us what you think in the comments. Is this the moment you've been fearing, or a sign of something even greater ahead? And just when fans thought the emotional tidal wave had peaked, something else happened that no one could have predicted. Minutes after Jungkook's live stream ended, HYBE's official channels went eerily quiet. No clarification, no statement, no follow-up. Nothing. It was as if the agency had silently handed over the responsibility to Jungkook alone, allowing him to be the face of a decision far bigger than just one member. Why? That very silence only added to the growing tension. Armies around the world began connecting the dots, old interviews, hidden messages in lyrics, behind-the-scenes moments that now took on new meanings. Every moment of hesitation, every distant look, every time Jungkook seemed lost in thought suddenly made a terrifying kind of sense. Could it be that he had been carrying this burden for longer than anyone realized? He had always been known as the Golden Maknae, the multi-talented star who smiled through pain, who danced through exhaustion, who gave his all on every stage. But behind that image, was there a silent battle? One that pushed him to finally say, enough? Was this confirmation of HYBE's decision not just an announcement, but a cry for understanding? Late into the night, fans stayed awake, unable to tear themselves away from their screens, rewatching every second, screenshotting every expression, amplifying every word he said. Forums filled with theories. Some believed it signaled a dramatic restructuring within BTS. Others feared it meant indefinite separation. A few even clung to the idea that this was Jungkook paving the way for something greater, something revolutionary. But the tears in his eyes couldn't be ignored. "I wanted to protect what we had," he had said, barely above a whisper. But maybe protecting it means letting it change. That single line, so full of sorrow and hope, hit like a thunderclap. How could he say that with such calm? When fans were falling apart on the other side of the screen? Or perhaps he wasn't calm at all, just numb. In another twist, shortly after the broadcast, several members of BTS reportedly posted cryptic emojis and brief words of support on their private platforms. A purple heart, a crying face, a simple "I'm with you." It wasn't much, but it was enough to ignite speculation. Was the whole group involved in the decision? Did they all agree? Or was Jungkook standing alone? As dawn broke over Seoul, reporters camped outside HYBE's headquarters, hoping for a glimpse, a soundbite, anything that could offer clarity. But no one came. No spokesperson emerged. It was as though a storm had passed, but the sky remained heavy with more to come. Fans began organizing support movements. Hashtags in every language soared across platforms. Global fan bases released emotional messages, some defending Jungkook with all their strength, others begging him not to go down a path without BTS. The tension didn't subside, it only grew.